Good morning and welcome back to your weekend unboxing here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to take a look at the last expansion that I personally own for Masters of the Universe board game. This is the Assault on Castle Grayskull, which is a kind of generic set that allows players to pick a side and attack Castle Grayskull to either capture or destroy it on behalf of your faction. Now, if you're familiar with Masters of the Universe at all, Castle Grayskull features very, very prevalently in the series. It's the source of He-Man's power, and honestly is kind of one of those iconic items. Even though it is a building, it is essentially a character unto itself. So the fact that this was included in the game is kind of a no-brainer. It basically had to be done. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the content, see what we get inside, and then we'll come back and I will do a separate review of this later. Now, before we get started, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I try to put out a few videos each week talking about all sorts of tabletop content, whether it's board games, role-playing, miniatures, or honestly anything in between. And I'd love for you to come along and see what we have to share. And for that, we do also have a couple of links in the description to our social media on Facebook and Twitter, where I try to post when new videos come out, so you can follow us that way as well. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first off, we do get a just fantastic piece of art showing Castle Grayskull and the forces of good and the forces of evil in battle at its front gates. So, on the back, we do get a list of all of the contents. We're going to get 16 miniatures with this. Basically, it is some extra minion models, Randor's guards and Skeletons, and then some descriptions and images of the additional components that you're going to get. So, if we open this up... Alright, so first off, we do actually get a rules pamphlet for this particular expansion. They haven't done that in any of the others so far. It's going to list out our components, the special rules. So there are attacker and defender cards, basically giving siege equipment, extra defenses that the players can use in this special scenario. Rules for how Castle Grayskull works, how you can attack it, because like I said, it is a character unto itself. So it actually is going to come with different tokens for areas that you can attack, and so to represent the health that it has. And then finally, we're going to get the actual scenario on how attacking Castle Grayskull works. So, there's that. Alright, we then get our tokens, some tokens, the overlays to actually put on the map, which obviously Castle Grayskull is a bit large, so it does come in multiple parts. But I have to say, so far, I really, really like the art. I've been really happy with it in the game so far. Obviously, it's not double-sided, unfortunately. That would have actually been pretty cool, but that's not a decision I get to make. The tokens are double-sided, however. So overall, I do see that they're still keeping the hex motif for the different areas, but they blended in very well. Like this is one of the most obvious, a little hex within this tower, but otherwise it does blend in and is not blatant or obvious for it. But that's good. Here's some of the equipment. If you are familiar with the toy at all, these are actual pieces that you get. You get the training device, the laser cannon, the weapons rack, the flag, and the ladder. We've got some extra rocks. This is the causeway, the drawbridge. Yes, that's its name. All right, we do have our miniatures in here. Again, a nice set of storage for once these are all painted up. All right, we've got so the demolitionist, the shield specialist, the tunneler, and the commander. So these are attacker cards. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I have said in the past that I was not a big fan of He-Man as a kid, but I did watch some of it. I've gotten to be more of a fan later in life. I've actually gone and they also did some comics back in the 80s. I actually picked that up on Kindle and read through some of it. So some of this is actually kind of interesting because it definitely pulls from there as well. So we do have different status cards for the castle as those parts get destroyed. All right, we've got rules for the cliff, the laser turret, the flag, the training dummy, and the weapon rack. And then we have the minion card for the Skelecons and Randor's Guard. All right, and I forgot to pre-cut the tape on these. All right, so we get 2 poses for each. And let me focus. Let me focus where we can see it. There we go. So not too bad. Rather simple design. Not as fun or exciting as some of the other miniatures that they've done, but not too bad. These guys definitely blend into the palm of my hand pretty well. But again, these are all really good detail as they've got on all the other miniatures. And then we've got the 2 different poses for the Skelecons. Again, nice designs. Like the texturing on the wings. Yeah, these are great. And that's it. Not a whole lot, obviously, because there's only 2 different, or well, I guess 4 different styles of miniatures, and just the rest of the components. But otherwise, this I'm actually really excited to get out and play. Just to try something a little bit different in the game. But also, it's Castle Grayskull and super cool. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But other than that, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.